Thank you, Jerry. Good to be here.
Listen, I mentioned last Sunday that my golf game has improved, well, noticeably, since I took a few lessons from you. And all I've done is taken a couple lessons. But before we get into that, I want you to tell our listeners about the organization that you are part owner of, and it's called Golf Tech. What do you do?
Well, the tech, it's Golf Tech, GOLFTEC, and the TEC stands for Technique, Equipment, and Conditioning. So we're all about golf improvement. Any way we can get you better, that's what we want to do. In our bays and in our improvement centers, we have technology such as motion sensors and video. The video actually helps you learn and actually video practice as well. So when you come in, you've seen that now. Instead of going out to the driving range after a lesson and saying, "Wow, am I doing this or not?" You can watch every one of your swings to see whether you're making the change that you want to make or not.
Actually, from my personal experience, it seems to be actually much better than going to the driving range.
Yes.
And a lot of people said to me, "You can't be serious. You're not taking golf lessons in the winter in Cleveland."
Right. Yeah, and a lot of people say that. Why, I'd rather take lessons in April or May. But in April and May, you're starting to play again, and sometimes it's better to make a change in the winter when you're not playing and you're not worrying about ball flight, you're not worrying about your score, because as you know, some of them feel different. I always say, people come and say that feels weird. I don't want them to say weird, I want them to say different, so to stay positive. And as you've seen, even just making a bigger turn that we're trying to get you to make so that the club comes more from the inside is a lot easier when you're not worried about the outcome of where the golf ball's going.
How about success rate? If somebody used to say, now, how do you have like an 80%, 90%, what?
Right. Success? We have in our last, we do a survey of all of our clients, and in the last one that we did, we actually had a 96% success rate.
Wow.
And what that is, it's whether people say that they're on their way to improvement or they feel like they've improved.
Mm-hmm. You have what is about 100 and some locations throughout the country.
Right. Yeah, 170 throughout the world. We have some. We have them in Canada now and in Korea. Not us. We've got our 6 in Cleveland, but yes, 170 around the world.
So in the Cleveland area, you and some of your friends are investors in this.
Correct.
And you're part owners of.
Correct.
Of the 6 in the Cleveland
Yes.
area. Where are they located in Cleveland?
The first one was in North Olmsted. Then we have one in Beechwood, Brecksville, where I'm at. Then we have Stonebrook, which is in Middleburg Heights, and we have one in Farallon. The one in Farallon's in the Golfsmith location, and then in Canton as well.
You got that in Northeast Ohio fairly well covered.
Yes.
How about experience? How much experience have you got in the golf business?
Here we go.
About 3 years old. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I've been playing since I was 3. But I got in the golf business in 1992 as an assistant at Shaker Heights Country Club. And I've been
Would that be a pro, a golf
correct,
pro?
right. That's when I turned pro in 1992. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's like 22, 23 years now.
Yeah.
Where'd it go, Jerry?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was playing golf before that, and I was hacking around at it. I finally discovered I really wasn't playing at all.
Right. Yeah.
So in the last few lessons that I got, that's what I've discovered about it. Supposing somebody would comes to you or calls you up now after from this program and say, "Look at here, like I said, I've been playing golf for 30 years and I do pretty good. I shoot around 95. What can you do for them?"
Well, what we start with, your first lesson is called a swing evaluation, and that's where we bring you in, look at your swing, look at your motion sensor numbers. We've had 170 tour players on our motion sensors, and talk to you about what some of your frustrations are, what your goals are, and then break down your swing and show you how we make the changes to get you to improve.
And
That's
all
the
this
first
is
start.
computerized, right?
Yeah, so
Cameras everywhere. I
Right.
noticed that. They pick up everything, don't they?
yes, they do. Yeah, it helps us as teachers and helps you as a student, for
Now,
sure.
if you went to a driving range again and you get some lessons from a golf pro, this is much more detailed, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, there's a lot of pros out there that are using cameras and video as well, and they all do. I mean, they do good jobs. But are more of, we have the motion sensors, and how that can help you, as you've already seen with your turn, how it helps me is first, it's fact-based for me. So I know exactly how much you need to turn your shoulders. And what I can do is set an audible tone too, a beep that you saw. So if you're not turning your shoulders enough, I can set a tone. When you get there, you can feel where you're trying to get to as well. And that's where the difference is.
How many lessons do you think a person should take? It depends, doesn't it? In fact, I've heard that the pros even take lessons.
Sure. It depends on what somebody's goals are, and depends on, what they're trying to do. I've had people that have been with me 5 years, just once a week, continuing, but their goals are, they're just trying to see how good they can get. Then there's somebody that's just looking, to come in, and their goal is just to be able to play respectable in business, because they don't feel comfortable on the golf course and entertaining their clients. So, it varies. It's hard to say. It depends, and that's what the swing evaluation is for. Trying to get to know what their goals are and what they're trying to do, so we can teach to their goals and get them to improve and where they need to be.
You know what I read someplace, that only about 10% of golfers really break 100. About 10%.
10%?
Yeah, and because I think a lot of people tell lies about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it can be. Yeah. That's part of the.
And then you're not supposed to. Somebody told me about a group that were over in Ireland recently, and they were playing golf with a group from Ireland, and the Irish are very particular about not moving a ball. Wherever it lands, you don't move it, you don't touch it, because if you do, they count a stroke. And at the end of the game, the guy says, "Well, I had 92," and the Irish guy says, "No, you had 120,
right,
because you moved that ball." He says, "Oh, no." But that's the way some people play.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you think taking a mulligan and think that's pretty common, or playing with people. Not everybody, but there's some people. But you have to realize that some people just want to go out there and have fun too. They don't even care what their score is.
I just want to have fun playing golf and hit the ball straight.
Right. We're working on it.
The other thing is the distance. A lot of people don't get the distance. I read recently, since I got to know you, I've read that very few people hit the 200-yard mark.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what most people see is, or what they remember, just from the experience that I have, is, you'll ask somebody how far they think they hit it, and a lot of times they remember the shot that they hit the farthest. Mm-hmm. Or even the yardage sometimes. If it's a dog leg, you can cut off some of the yardage. So you go, hey, I hit it like 220, when actually you hit it maybe 190, and you took off some of the distance cut in the corner, things like that. But we have, you've seen we have the launch monitors in there, so we do have ball flight in our bays. So, and that's where it's helpful for people too, because then with those, it tells you exactly how far you hit your clubs, and it can help you in your round where hey, I have to get it over that bunker, and we can help you figure out what club you need to hit actually to do that.
Okay. Going to come back and talk more with Kevin.
Sounds good.
10:29 here on the Irish Show.
Somewhere there. So, yeah, and I think he's still in the golf business. I think so. Yeah, but
One of our pros just came from Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Was in Beachwood now.
Okay. Yeah, Danny Forey. Danny Forey. Yeah, but in Vegas, I can't remember what he was at. What golf place he was at. But anyway, but yeah.
Small world.
Yeah. I wanted to say, if you don't have a Facebook page, you can look up Kevin Sullivan on YouTube, and it's Kevin Sullivan PGA. And
One A, PGA.
PGA, I'm sorry. PGA. Okay. Pro Golf Association, yes? Right. Okay. And it's Kevin Sullivan you can see in action.
I'd love to be able to play golf like he does, Connie.
Really?
Oh, he makes it look so easy.
Right. Well, it's practice, like you said.
That's
and
right.
and even the pros, with taking a lesson. And what a great gift. If you can't think of something to get for the person who has everything, to get a golf lesson, because really to improve those skills, and how fun would that be? And if you golf and your spouse doesn't golf, or your friend doesn't golf, or your mom or dad, I mean, it's a fun thing to do together, because it's, I know it was like sport that I took up because of a couple things, because business, like I know business people golfed and a lot of men golfed, but then number
Is that
two,
what- did you meet
number
Brian
two
on-
though, then, but I knew you could do it for your
Did you
whole
meet
life.
Brian on the golf course?
No, I did not.
Oh,
But
okay.
but anyway, it's something you can do for your entire lifetime. So I
That's
do look forward to Brian and I enjoying more golf in later on. So,
The other thing that you do is you fit people for golf clubs, right?
Correct.
If they want to be fit properly,
That's
and a lot of us
right.
run out and buy golf clubs and we don't know whether
Right.
they're the right
And then,
size.
then I've had to have conversations with, they went out and bought clubs and they come
Yes.
in and I start teaching them, and it's like, those clubs weren't good. And sometimes that's a big investment of, you can spend up to
Right.
over $1,000
Mhm.
on golf clubs, and, that's not a good conversation to have for me when I look at them and go,
these are the wrong
these
clubs.
aren't good for you, and they're like, what? So we can help with that for sure.
So, Kevin, is there a phone number people can reach you?
Sure, you can, Brecksville is 440-792-6700. But we also have a call center that's Monday through Friday, our National Golf Tech line, which is 1-877, the number 4, and then Golf Tech, GOLFTEC. It actually just goes to the E, but
Okay,
you
great.
can dial the
Very
extra
good.
number.
Very
Great.
good. All right. So you'll be able to hear more information on this every Sunday here on the
That's
program.
right.
We're going to have a commercial run next Sunday.
Great.
And anytime you want to come in or send one of the pros in from
Yeah.
any of your facilities, they're welcome here. Because we
We
could use
appreciate
the
that.
lessons.
That's right.